gotta go to the top though. Get out maybe today. Downtown Skyline. We'll get to what the titles of the video's about in a second. Give me a second. Got the beautiful John Hancock. We got Mr. Trump 2024. There's his tower right there. Right there. The one on the right. It's the one on the right, right? Yeah, the one on the right. That is, I'm not sure what building. And there's the Sears Tower with the White Castle building right next to it. Turn your phone's cock your phone a little bit on an angle. Alright, let's get to what the video's about. Like, subscribe, share, hit thumbs up. God damn, it's cold out. 25 degrees out. It's, what is it? January 9th. Alright, check it out. I think what they did in Maui, they're doing in fucking California now. Listen to this.
Chinese communist. Yep, I'm starting to think this is another Maui. There's no water in the hydrants.
Yeah, shit.
Most concerning to me is our first responders and our firefighters who are trying to battle this. There's no water.
Shit. What's up, Richard Phillips?
There's no water coming out of the fire hydrants.
They're
There's
here.
absolute mismanagement.
This is more so something you listen
It's not
to.
the firefighters' fault, but it's the city. And I'm going to be very honest. We've got a mayor that's out of the country, and we've got a city that's burning, and there's no resources to.
We're talking about LA.
You don't see the firefighters there because there's nothing they can do. The Chinese Yep, I'm starting to think this is another Maui. There's no water in the hydrants. But what is most concerning to me is
Have you
our
seen any
first
of those
responders
pictures
and our
on Richard
firefighters
Phillips
who are trying to battle this. There's no water in the Palisades.
Were you watching
There's no
that
water
live
coming out of the
2 days
fire
ago?
hydrants. This is an absolute mismanagement by the city. It's not the firefighters' fault, but it's by the city. And I'm going to be
So,
very
do you
honest.
think, I think it's, honestly, I think what happened in Maui, I think they shot a laser.
And there's no resources to
I
put
think
out
they shot a
fires, so
laser
there's
at that
looking at
shit,
pictures.
at the island,
You don't see the
and that's how they
firefighters
burned the
there,
shit
there's
up.
nothing they can do. And it looks like we're in a third world country here.
I don't know, it's pretty much everywhere.
It looks like we're in a third world country here. And we've got a lot of tough questions that we need to ask the mayor and the city council and our representatives and the county representatives. Why didn't you work to mitigate this? What was your brush mitigation program? I heard you earlier talking about it's been dry because there hasn't been rain. That's not the biggest problem here. The brush up in these hills that are controlled by the city and the county, I would bet you that they haven't been handled, mitigated, pruned, removed for probably 30 or 40 years. Yep, I'm starting to think this is another Maui. There's no water in the hydrants.
You had to believe Maui had a water shortage. Well, what I think is, honestly, what I think they did to Maui, I think our government shot a laser from space and started the fire like that. And I think they're doing the same damn thing in San Diego, or they're doing weather modification, cloud seeding, where they fly the plane through the air and they seed the clouds to alter the weather. Just like what I think Maui was cloud seeded. I believe that North Carolina, South Carolina, how they just had that big tornado that made massive mudslides and made people lose their whole lives, their cars, their phones, everything, and the government's offering them $750. I think that was cloud seeding, and I think that shit going on right now in California. You got like 20 wildfires that started in like fucking like 10 hours. That's straight arson, and if it's not arson, that's fucking, what do you call it? It's, they're shooting a laser from space like they did with Maui.
I would bet you that if they haven't been handled, mitigated.
I think if some shit ever happens in Chicago, it's gonna be from them people under the bridge that live right about.
I think this is another Maui. There's no water in the
Right up.
hydrants.
Actually, they're right about there in relation to the John Hancock. Right there, right by that blue building.
There's no water in the Palisades. There's no water coming out of the fire hydrants.
Maui did have a water shortage, but there was more than just a water shortage going on in Maui.
And I'm going to be very honest, we've got a mayor that's out of the country. And we've got
It's going to need a lot of immigrants moving to California to rebuild those houses. I think you're right. Or we could just give it to our U.S. citizens that are currently homeless.
Oh, wow. That's the line right now for an electric car parking. There's already no water inside of their grocery store, literally none. LA, San Diego, both major port cities. The biggest ports on the West Coast.
What is that going to do to our grocery and food supply? How much up is it going to go?
All of the firefighters.
I didn't even think about that. All of our ports are there.
To try and support Los Angeles. And, I mean, it sounds like a big chess game here that's going to get everyone fucked. Now, here's the problem. Power grid goes down. It's already gone down in many areas. No electricity, no gas, no food, no water,
That's a
no
bad
sewage.
recipe.
Pentagon predicts that within 30 days of a power outage, 97% of the population is dead. So, get the fuck out of LA, send this to your friends. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just saying things are getting weird. Look, it's evident. I'm literally at the grocery store. It's late as fuck. It's packed. It's always empty. It's fucking packed right now. That's the fucking car line, electric car line. Look, it goes on and on and on and on.
They don't got no electricity.
It keeps going.
What shit? I wanted to finish this video. Hold on.
Something is fucking weird. It's happening. Look. My reputation's on the line. I am a very, very successful guy. My reputation's on the line. I wouldn't be saying this shit if I wasn't worried about it and if I didn't care about you. But I think that I should use my platform to share my knowledge. If you're in LA, get on a fucking flight, get the fuck out, try and do something, because if shit hits the fan, it's gonna be too late. It's gonna be too late. You gotta act before everyone else acts, not after. Guys, some weird stuff's happening in LA. Look, people got fucking suitcases, okay? That's the line right now for an electric car. There's already no water inside of the grocery store.
What they need to do is fucking go get that homeless encampment. The fuck is this? The fuck? And either AI is putting me in a fucking digital jail with so much interesting shit because it knows you. You gotta be careful what you say around the AI. They're dangerous. I mean, I doubt P Diddy's innocent, but I'm not saying that I don't even want to say it because I don't want it to do it to me, but that super smart, intelligent word that I just said, I don't know. That thing might have got the diddler. Or he's really a diddler, I'm not sure. I'm talking about P Diddy the diddler. And with the title of the video, California got P Diddy'd, is basically pretty much my theory behind that is, alright, so check it out. P Diddy's in Hollywood, alright, so there's a lot of child sex trafficking. So P Diddy's sitting his ass in jail right now and fucking talking to his son in code and said, yo man, you gotta get with that fucking, what's his face, fucking Joe Biden, you gotta get with that Joe Biden, and you gotta, that same laser that they probably shot at Maui in Hawaii, they need to shoot that same laser in California, and we gotta get rid of all the evidence of all the child sex trafficking anywhere in Hollywood. So we gotta make all these fires happen, and we gotta shoot that laser, the same one that they probably shot at Maui, at California. Hopefully I don't get a laser shot at me for saying this. But, hey, watch as I'm saying this, you'll listen to me. Let's see flames start popping up out of nowhere around the car. I better be careful what I say. They might aim that laser at me, shit. But as I was saying, so P Diddy, the diddler, is like, yo man, there's so much, the tunnels, the childs, they're being moved in the tunnels. We got to do something to make this just all get erased instantly, so, so the diddler don't get fucked. So he's like, yo, George, he's like, what's his face? Yo, Joe Biden, I need you to take that fucking military laser that we hit Maui with, and now we gotta hit Kelly with it, and we gotta burn up all the tunnels that all the children were being child sex trafficked in, and just light it all up in flames so that way the evidence is gone. And the P. Diddy, the diddler, might get off scot-free. I doubt it, but you never know. I don't know. If all that shit's true about P Diddy, he was into some sick shit, man. Doing little boys in the butt and little girls. I mean, like, what the heck? He got that P Diddy lube. Alright, wait, let's see if I can find something else interesting. Hold on. What time is it? I gotta fucking get moving to my other spots, but... You guys want to see the homeless encampment again? I don't know if you want to do all that. What's this?
Chuck, so we're getting a bunch of these. Hey, Moya, we're getting these ones?
I don't know if I believe
But let me
this.
show you something. This is stuff over here.
3D printed
This
meat.
is all criminal meat.
It's 3D
Now they have
printed?
the technology to 3D print this crap.
I don't know if I buy that.
Don't buy any meat from any store without a bone. You're getting screwed. Know your Pokemon card?
He said you're getting
At
screwed.
least 3 billion people need to die. So we'll just start off in Africa. We'll start doing our research there,
interesting.
and we'll eliminate most of the Africans because they're deplorable. They're worthless. They're not part of
Kind of
this
like what Brandon
world
Johnson
economy.
is doing to all them
So
in
they have
Chicago.
their
With
rights
the
taken away.
Venezuelans getting replaced.
And
with
they're
them.
suppressed and they're experimented.
And the multilateral agencies and the health and regulatory so-called authorities and agencies appear in the main to have become weaponized and appear, I again use the word appear advisedly. We're not casting judgments here. We're taking depositions, listening to expert testimonies, appear to be weaponized and appear to be working in collusion against the living men and women of the soil. Is that a fair statement?
It is. It's not a bacterial war. It's a systemic poisoning war, and they're using chemical
Hey, anyone
warfare
watching the stream from
against all
Chicago?
of us.
I need you to come do me a favor. Anyone's watching this from Chicago, and I'm not inciting anything, just to be clear. There's, right there. That damn chain, you're supposed to be able to drive up to there. Hold on. See, you're supposed to be able to go drive up there and park. But I got this stupid fucking chain right there blocking me and all these cars right now. But see, it's right there. See it? Right there. The chain wire goes all the way from right there, all the way to right there, so you can't go drive up there. Someone take care of that. I want to go up on that top part, so I want to go handle that. Honestly, that's the only reason I just drove in a full circle, is just to point that out. Because I don't like not being able to go up there. Up there is way more cold than down here. Like, why can't you let us drive up there? Why the fuck you got the shit blocked? Oh, maybe it was because of my drifting up there. During COVID. Or after COVID. Yeah, I didn't have my shit running yet. You know, I wonder how much that's gonna make gas go up too. I just thought about that. I wonder if that's gonna make gas go up, because like that's the main shipping port, fucking where all these fires are happening.
At least 3 billion people.
This guy's talking
Need
about
to die.
Bill Gates.
So we'll just start off in Africa. We'll
Alright,
start
it's like
doing our
this.
Oh, the fires are still burning, but just moments ago we had the smoke clear. What we're seeing is just heart-wrenching. I mean, I've
That
never
looks
seen
like some
anything
shit
like
out of a
this.
movie.
I've covered the earthquakes, I've covered every fire here in Los Angeles for the last 40 years, and I've never seen this type of devastation. Now, this is off of Sunset and Temescal Canyon
that
and
shit looks
Pacific
fake.
Palisades,
It looks like
and
it's a
look at this.
movie
I mean,
set.
war zone. It looks like a war zone.
It looks like a
it was
movie set.
bombed. Every single home in this area is lost.
As I was coming down the middle of the night, I realized I didn't know where it was on PCH because all of the landmarks are gone. You don't know what street you crossed. You don't know what.
Oh, this is an old guy that got lost that's talking.
Done. It's all done. You don't. Let's see, you feel a little guilty if your house is still standing, kind of, but you're also happy. And it's not the house; it's just stuff in your house. And it's that. But I don't know. I mean, are these houses going to stay? This is the only houses in where people go to school. I mean, We spend their lives in the Palisades. They're not Palisades.
They got P Diddy by the diddler. The diddler said, we're not gonna let them find them child sex trafficking tunnels. We're gonna burn that shit down. Alright, get them immigrants to go fucking start them fires and make sure they light them right where all the tunnels are, so that way there's no evidence of the diddler, P Diddler, the diddler from... Hey, he would make a good villain in Batman. P Diddler. He could be a Batman villain. P Diddler, the diddler versus Batman. I think Batman would kick his ass. I don't know what superpowers you would give to P Diddy, the diddler. I guess you would give him the power to diddle. What is the power to diddle? I don't know what the power to diddle is. Yeah, I know my door's open. Shut up. You guys want to see that encampment again? The terrorist encampment? Maybe we'll go. Maybe we won't. I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to find out. Go there with my fucking shotgun. Clean that propane tank out, fucking. Make that propane tank explode in your fucking hand. Is going to need a lot of immigrants. Yeah, I already said that here. Oh, yes. Let me find something else interesting to play in the meanwhile.
Oh, the fires are still burning, but just... Ever dreamed of driving a Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat wildfire?
Your Camaro ZL1, yeah.
We transformed in 2015.
I mean, I'd take the Dodge Charger wide body too. Shit, let me get that. Man, the things I could do in that. Or a Camaro ZL1. Yeah, damn. Haha.
They get dropped, they get fired, they get slapped on the wrist, and they get disciplined all the time. Why? Because sometimes they step over the bounds. A very famous case is what happened with Rick Ross. Rick Ross is the Mammy Two Shoes, one of the many Mammy Two Shoes of our day. He's a whack entertainer in a world carved out for him, and a role carved out for him by white entertainment companies. And one day he talked about, in the middle of a song that celebrated dealing drugs and killing blacks, he made a reference to date rape. And when he made that reference to date rape, that set social media on fire. That got 100,000 petitions in 24 hours. Hey, buddy, date rape is no joke. That had white people standing outside a Reebok in New York saying, you better take this seriously. We're tired of a rape culture in America. One line.
Yeah, I agree with that. They're kind of, this video is supposed to be about...
First Lady Jill Biden being escorted to their seats.
Oh no.
There seems to be some kind of tension between Jill Biden and Kamala Harris.
I'll stay.
Oh my God, Jill Biden and Kamala Harris just started fighting. I mean,
That's AI. That's gotta be AI. AI, man.
Trump is preparing to enact mass deportations on day one of his incoming presidency, and now Mexico is rolling out programs to prepare for this. Mexico is currently developing a new mobile app for its citizens who are in the United States illegally so that they can notify their family members in the nearest Mexican consulate if they're facing deportation.
What?
Mexico's Secretary of Foreign Affairs has described the app as a panic button, saying in case you find yourself in a situation where detention is imminent, you push the alert button and that sends a signal to the nearest consulate. The app is expected to be fully launched in January, coinciding with Trump's inauguration. And in addition to the app, Mexico is rolling out more services. They have established a 24-hour call center to address questions from its citizens illegally in the United States. Also, the Mexican president is looking for ways to deal with potential deportees who are not from Mexico. You might remember during Trump's first term in office, he had an agreement called Remain in Mexico, where people looking to seek amnesty in the United States had to wait in Mexico while their cases were processed. And now there are some concerns that people facing deportation to countries other than Mexico may just be dropped off in Mexico. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum said she hopes to reach an agreement with the United States. Countries of origin.
Trump is preparing to I-5 live over the west side.
Mike Lorber is over the scene by a rail yard in Austin. There's police activity. You can see it's impacting the commute. Mike, what can you tell us about what's been happening?
That's funny as hell. They looted the fuck out of that train. That's all.
Texas congresswoman that I don't need to tell you, she had disappeared for 6 months, and it turned out she was like in a nursing home because she has maybe dementia. And I think that's a huge problem.
What?
Young people have seen this country run by an older and older generation. And what have we experienced? We've experienced a housing crisis where it's difficult for to graduate high school and college to find affordable housing. We've seen our jobs being taken away from illegal aliens.
That's right. Oh, this shit's fucked up. I heard about this.
State investigation into the illegal trafficking and sale of human body parts.
Yeah,
but for the first time, we're now able to see the testimony from one of the FBI agents who conducted the raid, and what he recounts is shocking. He said he found a cooler filled with male genitalia, a bucket of heads, arms, and legs, infected heads, and one of the most disturbing findings called a morbid joke in the lawsuit, a small woman's head sewn onto a large male torso like Frankenstein and hung up on the wall with no identification tags on the bodies.
Tools that are not appropriate for dismembering scientific bodies.
Harp says his mother's ashes showed up by mail on his doorstep shortly after the raid, but he isn't even sure they're her ashes. He says his mom and grandma wanted to help medical research after their death, yet doesn't believe they ever made it out of the BRC.
They helped medical research, alright, by making freaking Frankenstein. They made a freaking Frankenstein with a midget woman's head and a fucking man's body. What the fuck? Alright,
The FBI raided the Phoenix facility.
I saw that. Oh wow, look at that. That's one for California. That's another California shot. God damn. That's in LA.
It's Mike Foden.
Orland Park, Illinois. Oh, here's one in Orland Park, Illinois. A car crash fire. I agree.
You made this statement, of course, you've heard it so many times tonight. People violate the laws anytime they want. And you said it so cavalierly, so arrogant. It's Mike Foden.
Alright guys, you want to see something really wild? This is my weather app. I'm going to show you how I put on the clouds filter. It was on radar before, now it's on clouds. I'm going to show you how the entire world is covered in this gray haze. The entire world. So here's just the United States. And you can tell, just in Miami,
This is a map, you dumb bitch.
clouds. But why is every
This bitch is looking
single
at it.
part of the United States and the oceans,
Maybe
and
because that's how the
Canada.
digital app made it.
why is everything covered in this gray? And I've been looking at this map every day for like 2 years to see if it changes.
Oh, there are some white spots.
Sometimes it's worse than
I don't know if
others.
I'm buying
but
it.
The past 2 weeks, it has been completely covered all over the whole world. And where we...
What matches our plan?
Chemtrails.
No one cared who I was till I put on the mask.
If I pull that off, will you die?
It would be extremely painful
You're a big guy.
for you.
I think those chemtrails are real.
Republicans under all of these lithium. Chicago's welcome. All of these lithium deposits are now exposed.
Oh, here we go.
See them. As you drive down the river, you can see these purple and pinkish veins. That's lithium. And these mountains are just chock full of it.
This is
So
why I
can't
think they
buy it from these
geoengineered
people,
the
so
storm
they are
for the
doing a forced
lithium.
eviction under
under the guise of a natural disaster.
North Carolina,
First of all,
South Carolina,
we can just all agree that this was
$750,
not
you
a
get your
natural
home
disaster.
taken.
These people have been building in these mountains with
And
the
they get the
idea of the
lithium.
100-year
And
rate
you
of
get a $750 loan you gotta pay back to the government.
By the river. They put them up the mountain a little bit. So those were kept out of floodplains. A lot of those tobacco barns have been wiped out. 100-year rain events are a very easy thing to figure out. We don't beat records by feet. You beat records by inches, especially when it comes to your 100-year rain events. This is one of the areas where I'm a specialist, I should say.
Yeah, why don't you tell them why you're a specialist?
So I'm a permaculture consultant, I'm a permaculture designer. We take in your 100-year rain events or your drought events or your whatever events into consideration because we're trying to build a resilient farm or homestead for you. Not something that's going to get wiped out every 20 years or every 100 years or every 50 years. Your 100-year rain event and your 100-year drought event, they're very set standards. If it gets beat, it gets beat by inches or half an inch or something like that. It does not get beat by 21 feet in some areas. Like that just does not happen unless you have outside manipulation, which is exactly what we had with Hurricane Helene.
Fucking Helene. Hold on.
All of these lithium deposits are now exposed.
Chicago's welcoming city ordinance bans Chicago police from cooperating with federal ICE agents when they are seeking to deport an undocumented citizen.
I didn't know that.
Ray Lopez and Silvana Tavares want to tweet.
We got some more RFK magic here. Hundreds of
I like
millions of
RFK.
Americans
He's
are now
cool.
looking forward to clear blue skies free from toxic metallic chemicals. We will stop the
RFK is about stopping the chemtrails.
You know, I've been
I
talking
like
about
it.
chemtrails and exposing this stuff for years and years and years now.
The
Literally
chemtrails
10 years I've
started
been
in the
talking about this.
1960s
And the amount of times we
with,
call the conspiracy theory, oh, these are just planes in the sky. It's water vapor
They
that's
stopped doing it
dissipating and
because
blocking
they
out
were
the
putting
sun.
heavy
And
metals into
that's
the
why there's
drinking
so much
water
heavy
under
metals
the
found
ground
in the
that
soil. And
destroying the
you're a
soil.
conspiracy theorist. Even though many governments around the world have openly admitted to doing this, as well as
Our
weather
government's
manipulation with
admitted to
HAARP
doing
technology, all the patents are there to prove it. It's all on Google. You can look it up yourself. But people still have their blinders on. You know, just saying "I told you so" doesn't really quite do it
Well,
for
so
me.
you
But
guys want to see that homeless encampment
we'll have to
again?
settle with that for now. And I'm very interested to see if RFK Jr. does clean up America's skies. And let us know what you think about this in the comments down below. And make sure to follow
Let me know
and
what you
like this
think
for
about it in
more.
my
Peace and love.
comments. I believe chemtrails are real. Comment, do you think chemtrails are real? Yes or no?
Last night over dinner, I told my
I was
kids
bent
about the
over
decision,
by
and I'm sure
P Diddy, and he put it in my butthole last night over dinner. Oh, did you know our government supposedly admitted aliens are real?
delivered to the President of the Senate is as follows.
Oh, fuck you,
The whole
bitch.
number of the electors appointed to vote for President of the United States is 538. Within that
This bitch
whole
talking
number,
about...
the majority is 270. The votes for President of the United States
Pussy.
are as follows. Donald J. Trump of the state of Florida has received 312 votes.
Yeah.
Kamala V. Harris.
Yeah, even the crowd's chanting.
Kamala V. Harris of the state of California has received 226 votes.
Yeah! A double yeah.
This announcement of the state of the vote by the President of the Senate shall be deemed a sufficient declaration of the person.
Yeah, bitch, ain't nobody want you.
Do you solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States?
Who's that? Bruce Fisher, husband to San Diego, refused to shake hands with Camilla Harris on Sweeties Day. Oh, here's the fire. Is this the fire? Or is this a war zone? I don't know, whatever it is, it's pretty bad.